Okay, friends, my name is Pradeep Gupta, and I am teaching at Edufly Institute. This is in Kurukshetra. And before this, also, I have posted one video of reading related to true, false, not given. So today, I am going to share with you a list of headings reading. And I believe list of headings can be difficult in the beginning, but I'll show you a process, a method. अगर आप उसको यूज करते हैं, so list of headings can be quite easy. So without wasting much time, let us see. So on the screen, you'll be seeing a list of headings, and we have these. For list of headings, the most important thing is that you have to mark the keywords. So before attempting the questions. So here we have keywords are important because keywords will help you to find out the answer after you have read the passage. And if you have to read the whole list of headings, then it can be cumbersome, it can be difficult. So it is better that you mark. So I think here it is cold conditions is important. So cold conditions and before and technology assessed. So these are because we can understand, see a period, cold conditions before the technology. Now, second is marketing issues. So, marketing, you may not underline issues and failure. So, marketing and failure, these things should be there. And third is good and bad aspects. So, you can underline good and you can underline bad. Okay. Steam technology is important. Passed on. So, something is passed on. Okay, a possible solution. So this is important. A possible solution. Issues of today. So issues of today. Now next is further improvements. So improvements is very important. Lead to commercial orders. So there are two things we have to see: improvements and commercial orders. Next is positive publicity. Publicity at last for this quiet, clean, fast vehicle. So vehicle. So publicity, something to do with publicity of a vehicle. Seventh is a disappointing outcome. Okay, and customers. So these three are the keywords: disappointing outcome and customers. And the last one is a better option. A better option than steam car arises. So than steam car. So arises. There is a better option than the steam car. So now you can easily see that the keywords, they are striking, to the eye. So it will help you. Now we have to do from paragraph A. So and let us read paragraph A first, and then we can then we will see. I'll let you know how to do it. So let's mark something. What we read. So primitive automobiles. So there is something about primitive means old time. So automobiles, they first began. When they began in 1800s. The engines were based on steam power. So the engines were based on steam power, right? So automobiles. Steam had already enjoyed career in the railways. So in railways, it had started. So it was natural that technology evolved into a miniaturized version. This means a smaller version. Miniaturized means a smaller version which was separate from the train. So we know it is separate from the trains. But those early cars, they inherited steam's weaknesses. So there were weaknesses along with its strengths. The both things it inherited, weakness and strength. And they required to build boilers. Furthermore, their water reservoirs only lasted for, these are some problems. And despite, so they are saying बावजूद के, despite means बावजूद के, despite such shortcomings, these newly designed carriages offered quick transportation. So there was advantage also. It offered quick transportation, and despite some shortcomings, by the early 1900s, it was not uncommon. So it was quite not uncommon means it was common to see such machines shuttling wealthy citizens around town. So cars started running around town. Now we have to go back to our list of headings and see. So the way I wish you to do is the first one. We need not read cold conditions, and technology also, but one is missing. Cold conditions is not at all mentioned in paragraph A. Now, marketing was not mentioned. Failure, maybe, but marketing was not mentioned, so B cannot come. Now, good and bad aspects, good and of steam technology are passed on. So, of course, they are saying it had problems and it had some good things also. So, this is gelling, and it was steam technology from railways, and passed on means it's passed on to cars. So, this could be the answer. Okay, so what we do is in here we write down 3. Okay, now we are not sure, so let's see possible solution. No, issues of today. Today is not mentioned. Okay, this was 1800, 1900, not today. Further improvements, commercial orders, no commercial orders. Publicity, no. Disappointing customers, no. Better option than steam car arises. Maybe this could be true. A better option than the steam car arises, but not option, because they have mentioned steam car itself. Steam car, took the place. Steam technology were passed on from train to car. So this also is not there. So if we don't write any other answer, we are sure this is the answer. Let's move on to paragraph B. So इसमें in the beginning it takes time, but later on you see it will not take much time because you have already marked many questions correct. Now what does this say? Small one, but the glory days of steam cars were few. So the glory days means that when it was popular. So they were less. A new technology called the internal combustion engine soon appeared. New technology appeared, which offered the ability to drive down the road just moments after starting up. So it had an advantage. At first, there were some. So normally, what I do is I read the first 2 3 lines, 2 sentences, and then check whether I have got this way. It will save me time instead of reading the whole. So let's see what we have. So we have said a new technology appeared. So let's see what we have for this. A period in cold conditions? No. Technology says cold conditions. Marketing failure? No. This we have already marked. So we can do something like this, that this is done. A possible solution? No. Further improvements, commercial orders? No. Positive publicity? No. A disappointing outcome for customers? No. And a better option than the steam car arises. So, of course, a better option has come. So, here we will mark it. Better option, we saw that a new alternative had come up. So, which was better. So, this is going to be A. Okay, now we can again check what we had. A new technology. Steam cars were few. So, steam car gave way to a new technology. So, better option. So, this is okay. Now, let's go to C. Even as the markets were declining, so markets were declining means that market was share was coming down. Four brothers made one last effort to rekindle the technology. Rekindle means again light up, again start this technology. That is steam technology. And his three brothers built a steam car. They built this steam car in their parents' basement. And it comprised of part. They did not run well. They all went on to build a second and third in the following years. Third nickname, Sick lacked the convenience of it. It drew the attention of automobile trade magazines. So I think this thing is new. It drew the attention of trade magazines due to its numerous improvements over previous. Model B, in many ways, high pressure steam drove in contrast to clattering engines were automated. Perhaps most impressively, this is important, most impressively, the Model V was amazingly swift. It was fast. It could accelerate from 0 to power in just 15 seconds. Okay. A feat described. So this has been described as a remarkable acceleration by Automobile Magazine in 1914. So we have got the market was declining and rekindle the hopes in the brothers, and this also this was reported. It drew the attention of magazines. So we have all this, right? And let's go to the choices. Now again, a period of cold conditions. Let me mark 8. So 8 has been done. So now marketing issues lead to failure. No. A period, the cold conditions. No. A possible solution to the issues of today. There was nothing about solution. Further improvements lead to commercial orders. No. Positive publicity at last for this quite clean, fast vehicle. So publicity was there. You had this publicity that it was reported in magazines, and this magazine. So and it was down, but positive publicity at last that helped it to maybe again come on to the market. So this answer appears to be correct. So for C, we will have to put down 6. So we have C and we have 6. So now gradually we have 3 correct. See, if you don't get an answer, again I wish to tell you one thing, that I have had many students who out of these 7 would do 5 and they would leave the remaining 2. They did not even guess. I should say guess. It said we don't want to guess, because if you start this habit, then sometimes you mark a wrong answer in the beginning, and that will make you answer other questions also incorrectly. So it's better to be sure. The answer should be sure. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and this is paragraph D. So let's move to D. D, what do we have? The following year, Abner Morrow drove the Model B in order to seek investment. So seek investment. Okay, this is important. Which he used to open the general. Okay, he and his brothers immediately began working. They began working on the immediately is important. Model C, which was intended to. The brothers added features such as a key-based ignition in the cabin. Okay, they added some features. So added features. And eliminating the need for operator to manually. Okay, with these enhancements, the novel new car company promised the steam vehicle. So with these improvements, they promised the steam vehicle, which would provide all of the convenience of a gasoline car, but with much greater speed, much simpler driving controls. So speed and controls, and a virtually silent power plant. By the following April, the general had received these much deposits for double Detroits. So they had got these orders, which were scheduled for delivery in early 18. So now we have seen that a lot of improvements were made, and ultimately they came up with a steam vehicle which provide very good convenience, controls, silent power plant, and they received these many deposits. Okay, so for new orders they got something like that. Okay, now first of all, let me mark the one we had done, that is 6. So 6 is has been done. So now let's see a cold conditions technology. No. Marketing issues lead to failure. No, there was nothing about failure. Okay. A possible solution. I don't think so. Further improvements lead to commercial orders. So this is orders, and we saw some deposits, so which they had to deliver. So this means improvements. Of course, the whole paragraph says they improved. So this is certainly the answer. So here we come and we will mark 5 for B. Okay, now even 5 has been selected. So now let's move to paragraph E. Paragraph E is a short one, so it's easy. Data that year delivered unhappy. So there is something about unhappy. So that is important. Unhappy news to those eagerly awaiting the delivery. Those buyers who received a handful of cars complained. They complained that the vehicles were sluggish, sometimes going in reverse. So the new engine design, though innovative, was still plagued. Plagued means it suffered from serious glitches. Glitches means shortcomings. So we know that buyers were not satisfied because there was some problem with the vehicles. This is the thing we have got. So let us see our choices. So a period of cold conditions, again nothing but cold conditions. Marketing issue leads to failure. So this failure is not marketing. Failure is there of course, but not marketing. A possible solution, no. A disappointing outcome for customers. I think we don't have to think much about this. It is a disappointing for customers. Okay, so because there are a lot of glitches and all that, so we come to E, and E we have 7. Okay, so E we have 7. Now we have 2 paragraphs left, and these are 19 and 20, F and G. So let's go to F first. So F, the brothers made one final attempt to produce they made another attempt, one final attempt to produce a viable steam automobile, because here customer had a problem. So they want to make another attempt. So they shipped to a Model E to be road tested by this after sitting overnight in freezing temperatures. So we read something about cold. So be careful about this, freezing temperatures. And the car was pushed into the road in the frosty morning. At the tunnel, Bowler did his pressure inside. As they drove, they found that even distributed led surprisingly good handling. So this helped them, good handling, even though it was heavy. Was further developed and tested, and we have something freezing, frosty morning. So something about cold. So this is going to give us the answer. Let's see. We have 1, appeared in cold conditions before the technology is assessed. So before the technology is assessed, air cold conditions, freezing temperatures. So certainly your answer has to be 1. Yeah, so F answer has to be 1. Now let's move on to the last one, paragraph G. It should be easy now. Before it is assessed. So at the turn of the key, the bowler lit, and this. So it was assessed after they put it in overnight in freezing temperatures. So now let's see G. Sadly, the brilliant team never was a financial. So when the paragraph is big, then I suggest that you read about 3 lines in the beginning and see if the answer is there, and then read the last 3. Normally 80% I have seen that the answers are in the beginning or at the end. So that will save you a lot of time. So what does the beginning say? Sadly, so something unfortunate. The brilliant steam car never was a financial success. Prices at around this, it was popular only among the very wealthy. So wealthy. It said that no 2 models they were not the same, because tinkered endlessly with the design. So we have read the first 3 lines. Let's see if we can get an answer based on financial success nahi hui kabhi, and only wealthy could afford it. So let's see. We have this also we had done, I suppose. So we have to mark it. So now we have even this is gone, no? Okay. So we are left with very few. Marketing issues lead to failure. Okay, nothing. We didn't read in this marketing issues. And a possible solution. Only 2 are left. A possible solution to the issues of today. Even this is not mentioned. So let me then go to the last 3 sentences. Okay, last 3 lines. So let's start from it is true. So it is true that the technology poses some difficult problems. It does pose some difficult problems. But you cannot help but wonder how efficient a steam might be something in future. With the benefit of modern materials and computer, it could be better with the benefit of modern materials. Under the current pressure, so we have the current pressure to improve automotive performance and reduce emissions. It is not unthinkable, so it is possible that the steam car may rise again. So let's see if we get any answer. And what we have read is that pressure is there, and in future things could be better. So it is marketing issues again. I didn't read that, and a possible solution to the issues of today. I think this is mentioned possible solution because it could be that what did they say? Benefit of modern materials, improve performance, unthinkable. It's not. It is thinkable. Stick car may rise again. So this is the answer, of course, for G. So for G, then we have 4. So we can mark 4. Okay. Now, I hope you have understood the way in which list of heading has to be done. And you get almost 1.5 minutes for each question. But believe me, in the first, if you have 7, in the first 3 or 4, it might take you some time. But later on, if you say well begun is half done. So if you do the correct answers in the beginning, then the chances that in the later ones also you will get them correct. And please, unless you get a proper answer, don't mark it. You can put a question mark against it. You see, you have done this and you feel it's not correct, so you can put a question mark. So later on, again, you can come because 8 could be somewhere else. So then you transfer that 8 to that and then choose another one for this. So this way, I think you should be able to do well in your list of headings. And if you have, it has benefited you this video, please like it and subscribe it. See you later. Thank you.